Basically, cosplay for me was always
Hi everyone and welcome to the new episode of Royalty Cosplay Podcast. Today there's more of us than just Clara and me, so let's introduce our guests.
Hello, I'm Eva. I'm the president of the UMIKO association and I organize an international anime convention in Koper, Slovenia. I have been active in the anime industry in Slovenia for a couple of years.
Hello everyone, my name is Sasu. I've been a cosplayer for a very long time, since 2007, and I'm very excited to be here with you guys.
Hello, my name is Naru, and I too started with my cosplay journey in 2007. I'm excited to explore a bit how everything started in Novara Primorska, our small
Coastal
cosplay
region.
group. Yes.
But first, let's pour some tea.
Yes.
What are we
Guests?
drinking today?
Yeah.
Today we drink Milky Way Elixir. Has cute chocolate stars and yeah, it's
Smells
very
very
creamy.
nice. Smells very nice.
And we have some...
Tapioca
yeah.
balls, matcha flavored. That's why
Yes,
they're
brought by
green.
Eva.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we will do a bit of a homemade
Let me
bubble tea.
just
Yes.
get around these microphones. Oh, hello.
It's good. Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Sorry, cheers.
To our first podcast guest.
Yes.
How do you eat this?
You chew it.
You should have like a straw that's
Yeah.
like big enough
I
to
throw it.
actually...
But even with the
Easier.
straw, do you actually chew it?
Yeah.
So, we already said that today's topic is coastal regions, cosplay and conventions through the years until today. How did you three girls start?
We basically met. I think she was the first cosplayer that is still cosplaying right now. That I've met.
From our
Yeah.
starting group.
Original.
From the original group, yeah. Because I saw cosplay videos online and I got very excited and I wrote to a bunch of people on this website called obala.net, which was basically a Facebook group
Yeah,
for
Facebook.
us coastal region nerds. And I found her. I remember that she had like a tiny Naruto chibi icon, and I was like, hey, do you know what cosplay is?
And under the description, you needed to like tell something about yourself, and I like spammed all the pictures and the Naruto symbol and the Naruto spelling and everything Naruto themed, and she was like, oh, do you like Naruto? Like,
By any chance, is this...
Is there any option that you might and then after that I gathered you, and I think there were like 10, 15 maybe of us. Basically just Koper people.
Yeah, a couple people, a few of my friends.
Yeah. And I think there was one friend of mine from Aidosina, and then Nia, who is from Maribor.
Okay, Starsko represent.
Stars represented
From the beginning.
whole-
from the beginning. Yeah, she was there for the second meetup, and then
It was
we went-
2007.
That was 2007, yeah.
That's a long
The
time ago.
starting of meeting up, talking about cosplay.
Yeah.
We were planning a huge Naruto cosplay group. But
Yeah, we had a huge group. We
Yeah.
had everyone basically.
Yeah.
And that's how we got our nicknames as well, because I was supposed to be Sasuke and she was supposed to be Naruto.
Okay.
And we had Tsunade, we had
Yeah, Deidara, Hidara,
Hinata,
yeah, Dara.
Gara, yeah.
We had everyone.
Yeah. It was.
We had everyone aside from Sakura. No,
No, we had Sakura. Maybe later, the Sakura.
Right. Yeah, that was a bit later, yeah. After the humble beginnings in Koper, I think we kind of spread out because we did want to have more members, more people joining us. I think at first it was very much located at the coastal region, and that was where our first cosplay group was formed, and we had a forum and we tried to organize ourselves to go to conventions, which again were not in Slovenia. So we traveled to Germany and so on. And then after that, because we just gained more and more members from other regions, and we decided we're gonna also have a change in leadership and a change in the whole team, and the forum had to change because the other one was too small for us. We then formed a different group that at I think peak had like 200 people in it, but not all of them were cosplayers. They were just some of them were just like friends, that wanted to hang out and stuff. And I think that's when also Novoletka started happening, and we finally got like a scene happening in Slovenia. Obviously first in Ljubljana and then also everywhere else. I think it spread to Maribor, to Koper and so on. So that was fun. We came up with the name for the first cosplay group on the first cosplay meeting.
Yeah.
We had like a poll and we voted. And the first one was called Spirit Replica. That was the first cosplay group in Slovenia, I believe at least. And then the bigger one, the bigger brother of it was Parallel Beat. That one was quite a good one. I think it lasted for a long time. But then people want different things, and we just kind of decided to do our own thing.
Break up on us, give smaller groups, and from there the events started to happen.
Yeah, and I think we also, like, it was just easier to organize going to conventions if you had a smaller group, because whenever you have like a big community, it's very hard to then organize for all of these people to go somewhere. And I think we all still basically hang out regardless, so a need for a big group like that wasn't very much needed anymore, because we did that so we could organize ourselves, so we could know about events and where people are hanging out and like other things that were happening. But now when everything is on the internet, when we all know each other, when we have social media, cosplay groups are not as popular anymore, I think. It's just like, cosplayers that like team up for group cosplays.
Yeah, like they more collaborate.
Yeah, like that, So, in general, that was kind of the beginning for me. I think that back before social media.
I started actually later because I'm younger, and I actually but I never like cosplayed, so I'm not from this group, but I'm more of the like artist group, because I was drawing. I actually draw my first manga in the 3rd grade of high school, and it had like 50 pages, and everyone at school was like, oh, it's really amazing, you're so talented and stuff, and like I didn't buy it because I wanted to like hear someone who really knows how to draw, and I was just searching for someone who could actually tell me an honest opinion. And this is how I found the Animo Association, which was in Izola at the time. They were also organizing their anime convention named Anime. And I went there, I met the president and everyone else. I showed them my work. They said that it was okay, but nothing special, because it wasn't.
Okay.
And for the first year I was not very active, but then the president asked me if I could help, and since I don't know how to say no, I said just yes. And this is how he just threw me in the organization, and now I'm the president of a new association, and I'm organizing this event.
The event UMIKO.
Yes.
That you're all invited to. Did you continue drawing?
A bit, like not anymore, but then I actually was drawing hentais for like almost a year.
Okay. My first con that I went to was Anime Izola.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was my first one.
store.
Yeah,
Beach
exactly.
store, right? Yeah. That's
It's so awesome that it was outside in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
What was your main reason for moving it inside?
You can close the event and you can actually have like the money from tickets, because it's really expensive and you have to get the money somewhere, but also because if you're outside and the weather is not okay, the whole event can actually just
Fall apart.
so it's easier, you can have more control, and it looks a bit more real and like legit, because if it's like outside you can't even count the number of visitors.
I remember when I helped to organize before UMIKO, when it still was anime. Last year that I helped organize the cosplay convention, it was like raining. And it was known that it would rain, but it was like, no, don't worry. At the day of the convention there won't be rain. No.
It was
and
raining.
we had so much work to handle everything, because we needed to have some workshops that needed electricity
Mhm.
Yeah.
outside,
Mm.
electricity when it's raining, like no. So everything was like a no-go.
The best thing would be to actually have like a hall where you have like the stands and all, and then like a garden or a
Like
part of the
outside.
event to have outside. Yeah.
I would say also having it inside for cosplayers. I mean, Isola was always fun, but you always had to count on the fact that the weather, especially because it was in the summer,
Yeah.
is gonna be hot.
Mhm.
So I remember sweating every time I was there.
You have to be mindful about what you wear
Yeah.
as a
Oh,
cosplayer.
Yeah, so inside is a bit easier to climate control, and I think it's easier for cosplayers in that way. But it was a vibe.
It was a
it
special
was
vibe.
a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that promenade, to the beach, that was awesome.
that was really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we literally started from the park and
Mhm.
we
Walked all the way.
through the old city center,
Yeah, past the beach.
past the beach and
And
the
then-
lighthouse, and then
Oh,
we
that's awesome.
came back. Yeah,
Yeah.
this was nice.
Yeah.
It was a nice, even the people. I remember that everybody stopped and took
Yeah,
picture
took
of us.
picture.
The kids were like, "Ah, that's Elsa," and he was like, "Melody something." So
Elsa.
yeah, Elsa. It was always very positive. All the tourists were amazed by us.
I remember that there were some tourists there at like one of the years, I don't remember which one, that actually came up to us like, "Oh my god, you're cosplaying. That's so cool. We know what cosplay is, but we didn't know that you have it here in Slovenia too." I think they were like from UK or something, or
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they're shocked that they just stumbled upon a cosplay convention in the middle of, Isola on their vacation.
Do you remember when it moved to Koper? Or did you move it to Koper then later?
Yeah,
No.
With UMIKO.
I mean, I didn't move it alone. There was still the president of Animo with us,
Mhm.
but it was 2020.
Yeah, I think
That was
it
before.
Or no. Yeah, 2020 we actually said that it will
Be in
move
Koper.
to Koper in 2021, and then Corona happened.
Mhm.
So we had the event online. Then we had for the first time in 2022. And then last year was the second time
Mhm.
where the president of Animo walked away and I became the president and
Mhm.
also the main organizer. Last year was the second year that we had the event there, and now it's going to be the third.
I've never been to either UMIKO or Isola.
Why not?
Shame.
Shame.
I didn't know it exists, first of all.
Okay.
Until na main Nevidnika, I knew only about Makon. I never came across anything on coastal regions. I'm so sad
Well,
about
Nakon was the OG, but when did anime start?
it. My brain
10
is-
years ago.
2014.
Yes. If
2014.
if we are not wrong, so it was the first one was 2000.
14.
So,
Let me check.
Animo was first or Anime Iso was first? Which
No.
one was?
Animo.
Animo was first?
I mean, there was actually the group Animo,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like really,
Mhm.
really early.
Yeah.
And then.
But those were like happenings, not an actual convention.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Get-togethers.
More like this,
Yeah,
yeah.
I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This cosplay was the first year that
Without
I,
the PP?
this one.
without the
Without
fitting,
the
this
yeah,
one. This one.
and without the skirt. I had the jeans because the skirt wasn't made yet. I was organizing the cosplay competition
Mm-hmm.
at the first Animo convention, and I wanted to do this cosplay, but because of all the things, all the organization, Eva will understand me. I had still a smaller part, not the whole convention, but it was a job and a half, and I wanted to finish this cosplay, but I didn't. So the only thing that I had for the first year was just the shirt, and the second year I had the whole cosplay
The whole
finished.
package.
Yes.
Nice.
And the third year and the last year that I helped organize the cosplay competition at Animo, I was Luigi female. I
Yeah,
crossplayed with my Italian friend cosplayer, and she was Mario. So I did the Slovenian part,
Mhm.
and she did the Italian part. I really like Animo convention because it was a very international convention and really started like with collabs with Italian cosplayers. Some at that time, some cosplayers were we brought to make some workshops and many Italian geek shops came.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there are a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
Italian shops.
we have to flex here because really our event was actually the best one in Slovenia because we had all the Italian shops.
Yeah.
They were actually selling mangas so early on, and
Yeah,
they
that's
had
true.
so many geek stuff and books and even maybe some cosplays or like some props, like some chains and all. That other convention didn't have because weren't international. But then it was 1 year when I already organized that event when we got the like inspection and they checked if the Italian were actually giving the invoices to the buyers and they saw that they weren't. So they actually got the fee and that year the Italians actually stopped coming.
Yeah.
And since then we are actually searching and like for a way that they could actually sell here.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's a lot of papyrology and it's too much work for one convention
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Doesn't pay off. So no more Italian guests after that. Shops and
Shops,
someone
yeah.
who would sell.
One shop actually came last year, and then 1 or 2 years after the inspection, another one came. He actually managed to get all the documents to sell here, but I don't know if he still sells here or no. I don't think so.
What languages were the manga in?
Italian.
Italian.
Yeah. They were also selling like anime CDs with like Italian like synchronization. So
Okay.
I mean, there's everything in Italian.
Yeah,
So,
that was my experience when I went to Italian conventions as well. They have everything subbed and translated in Italian. So if you don't know it, that sucks.
How are those?
That.
We're talking about Italy now, but okay. How are the Italian cosplayers and geeks? And do they speak English or do they prefer Italian?
Prefer
Well,
Italian.
Prefer
I
Italian.
mean, but
Prefer
it's coastal
Italian.
region, so
Yeah, but probably
every
you three
person here-
speak a little bit of Italian
Yeah.
if you're from coastal region, at least a
Yeah.
little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I will speak for myself because I'm not technically from coastal region. I'm
Okay.
technically from northern Primorska.
Northern.
Northern Primorska.
Okay.
No, but like in Aidoshna it's a bit different because you guys have Italian since primary school.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't. We only have English. So
English.
yeah, so I had Italian as an elective in high school. You
Okay.
could also take it in primary school. But regardless, I grew up on mostly English media. There was some Italian as well because we did actually get Italian TV. But if you're not practicing, then you forget the language,
Yes,
which
of
I
course.
obviously did. So I'm not fluent in Italian. They are.
But you manage good when we were looker or mixing games.
Are you like me with German? I understand everything, but I don't really speak it anymore.
Yeah, exactly like that. Because I can understand pretty much the whole. I mean everything,
Yeah, when
except if it's like in a very hard dialect.
me too.
Yeah, but when it comes to speaking, I'm like sì,
I know only how to say
certo.
one thing because otherwise my teacher would not let us get out of the class. Posso andare al bagno? Because that was the only way we
What
could
does it
leave.
mean?
If I can go to the toilet.
Yeah. Well, that's a very important one.
My aunt and my cousin live in Italy, and I'm sorry, I don't know a word in Italian. I know a word, sì. But that's it.
Nice. For me personally, when it came to going to Italian conventions or being in more like a coastal region and going to conventions there, it was a bit harder, but you can still like at least somewhat communicate a bit.
Also cosplay, that everybody understands that.
Yeah. Photo, yes.
Yes. See.
No, there are some that really are just Italian, but most of them they speak English too. Like I mean Italian English, but they're trying their best.
Yeah.
We used to have is it a yacht? Jadrnica.
Yeah.
A sailboat in Piran. So I was in Primorska, our coastal region, for like 2 months a year. Didn't pick up any Italian because I was like, every time Italian people came, they took our spots. which were ours. They didn't pay for it.
Oh.
They just parked in our spots, and then they
Yeah.
went and had lunch somewhere in the city,
Yeah.
and we had to wait for like 2 hours to get our parking spot back. And they came and they didn't speak one pinch of English or whatever else, just Italian. And I had this, I will not speak Italian in my mind, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when we went to Luca Comics,
Mhm.
Naru was the resident translator
Mm.
for everyone, and I was just there hovering behind her. Yes, I can also speak Italian. See.
Yeah, we're good at speaking.
Yeah.
This is a practice session for me.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. But I do remember the fondest memory of that whole trip is
Oh God, yeah.
when we were also searching for a parking space.
Oh yeah, the parking there like
Because it's
Yeah.
Luca.
Yeah.
Luca is giant.
it's
and
like if you like
It's like a city transformed in a convention.
yes.
it's
Yeah.
basically
If you took Koper and you would just took the old city,
City center.
old city center,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and in every seat there will be a stand, cosplayer everywhere.
Sculptures,
Yes, sculptures,
yeah.
arts, crafts,
stages.
whatever stages.
multiple stages.
exhibitions,
yeah.
so
How far is that from Slovenia?
a lot.
it's
Tuscany?
it's in
It's
Tuscany.
5 or
Yeah.
6 hours, but from Koper, so
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the
An hour
1 day
more.
trip. Yeah.
It's
No,
it's
no.
like half an hour away
That
from
sounds-
Pisa.
Mhm.
I was
Just have no.
yeah I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was in Luca like last year actually with
Really?
Luca?
not for cosplay. I went there
okay.
with my previous
Then
job.
I don't care.
Yeah, but it's basically the whole city is surrounded with a giant wall,
Mhm.
basically, and then yeah, inside it's all just cosplayers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ginormous.
Stairs everywhere.
Yeah, and the parking there is insane. So we went to a gas station, and Naru, who was cosplaying a slightly revealing costume.
Slightly.
Slightly.
who are you cosplaying?
I wanted to cosplay Naruto, but because I didn't know how to tackle the crossplay part, I said I will do the sexy no jutsu, but in the sexy no jutsu is like naked, and I was like, okay, I need to do something that is still like in the vibe of the sexy no jutsu, but covered of course.
Mm.
And I literally put a bra, black panties, fishnet shirt, and a jacket with his symbol and orange.
Okay.
A jacket which you were sewing on the way to the convention.
Yes, true. In the car, I saw
Yeah, in the car.
the symbol, the red symbol on the back. and
As you
it was-
As one
As you
does.
do.
Yeah.
And then you went to inside the gas station and
Yeah.
asked the employee very nicely if we can park there, and he just took.
And he was like,
Yes.
yeah, go ahead, you can park. And I was like, thank you.
Best parking ever. It was so close to the convention, and we were just there for an entire day for free. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, true.
We're gonna cut this out, but you sold yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, well,
we had to park somewhere
yeah. It was for the
for the greater good of the group.
yes.
Yeah, so that was a good memory.
Mm-hmm.
In general, I think that was one of my favorite Italian conventions.
Well, I kind of liked it when I went to Vinci. It was like
Oh.
similar. Again, small city, or city center, big wall, and
Mhm.
everything was inside. And if I remember correctly, it was more like LARP vibes. There were many LARP groups there. They even had falconry. They had
Mhm.
falcons. Yeah,
Nice.
and that was the first and I guess last time, at least for now, that I met Jessica Nigri, one of the big.
You
cosplay-
met
yeah,
Jessica
I met
Nigri?
her, Yeah,
Oh,
I have
damn.
a picture with her. Yes, it was. I went there. I started at Koper. Then I went to Trieste to pick up my friend, and then we went for the 6-7 hours to Vinci.
Mm-hmm.
But we had our bed and breakfast was I don't even know, somewhere in the hills. Another half
I mean,
an hour of
Vinci is
driving.
in the hills as well.
Yeah, so
Middle of
around
nowhere.
in the Tuscany hills,
Yeah.
and so I was like driving non-stop. And it was like in the spurt of the moment. It was like we were in Rimini comics. That was like 5 days. It's the beach convention at the beach, so everybody's in swimsuit, bikinis, like everybody does a summer swimsuit variation of the character they like.
And it lasts for like 5 days.
Okay, I don't know if...
What?
I know,
I
a
think
few
it was
days.
multiple days, but I'm
Yes.
not sure how many.
No, wait, maybe if I remember with cosplays, I do Naruto, and there was this Naruto Hokage version. And then I was Miku, like summer edition with a blue bikini and like a shirt, a white shirt, and it was like, yes, Miku.
Yeah.
It was for 4 days, and then the last day I was like Sailor Moon, casual something, just an easy one. Because
4
it was
days,
fun.
that's quite, like, it's
Mm.
not too much, but it's a lot compared to our conventions that are
Yes.
usually 1
Luca
day.
is also 4 days or 5.
Now it's
Now it's
5,
five,
before it
five.
was 4.
Right. Yeah, when we went, it was 4.
Four, yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember at convention it is, there are multiple days. I know that I lose weight because you don't eat, or
Yeah.
you're running around. And when you come back, you just go to sleep. You forget to eat.
You
Maybe
basically
eat one.
don't take care of yourself at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you live off of energy drinks and sandwiches.
Aside from the largeness and the multiple dayness of Italian conventions, if you compare them to Slovenian conventions, to coastal conventions,
Both convention has the same things, like there are cosplayers, stands of many different things, photographers. Maybe some, like Luca Comics and Games, was a bit more renowned, and they even had some guest and premiere episode, like for Stranger Things and
Mhm.
some Netflix shows, or even movies, and many of the well-known Italian cosplayers worked there to promote at that event different series and films. I guess, in my opinion, we are on a good path. In my opinion, UMIKO, NMN, Makon, and Mofukon, and I must say, Epicenter now it's on a good start, but it was just last year was the first year, so we will see. But those four, like, they have a big potential for
Becoming big. Yeah.
becoming big or becoming
More
Big,
anime and
well-known,
cosplay oriented.
yeah.
Because I think the Epicenter actually, it wasn't their first year last year.
No, I think
They-
it was
No, no,
the first
yeah,
year when they
sorry,
had a
like
Artists
competition
and
and
cosplay
artists.
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Epicenter was first like a LAN party, a big LAN party, so
Mhm.
only for gamers and to meet up and play games, like really roughly said. But now they're a bit switching up and incorporating different things, and last year was the first time that had the cosplay competition, yes.
But to be fair, that's how Nolit kind and Makon, which is now
Mhm.
Mofukon, started as well. It was first a LAN party with a bunch of nerds.
Did you say LAN or LARP?
LAN party.
LAN party,
Yeah.
playing games.
Yeah. It was more of a. It wasn't a convention. It was a
Mhm.
hangout for geeks and gamers and so on. And then cosplayers showed up, and it went from there. But
We showed up. No.
we did. We all did.
The community grew,
Yeah.
evolved.
Yeah. We had show performance thing for 30 minutes
Okay.
with voiceover and terrible stunt work, but you know, it was great. And that's when certain people saw that, and then they got interested in cosplaying as well.
Mhm.
What I wanted to also add on to Italian conventions versus Slovenian conventions is that I personally really appreciate the fact that we always have on our events certain lectures, certain gaming tournaments. Yes, thank you. We always have different events going on within the actual
Mhm.
event, because I personally really miss that. When I went to certain Italian conventions, at least I didn't really feel that.
I think that the biggest difference are actually the visitors, because if you're an Italian and you go to a convention, you have like a list of things that you have to buy,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you just go there, you buy your stuff, and then you just go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And our cons are actually more oriented to like seeing the program and meeting new people and just having fun, you know.
Hanging
Yeah.
out.
And there is just like you have those 150 shops, and I don't know which one of these has the manga that I need for my collection and the figures and stuff. So it's more for like shops, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as focused on community, which I
Yeah.
do believe in Slovenia was always very important because we are small, we all know each other. It grew from that, you know, you bring your friend, I'll bring mine, and then multiple people join.
Yeah, we tend to have conventions more in the spirit of let's get together,
Yeah.
let's experience this together,
Yeah.
let's enjoy company, not just to
Let's
individually.
hang out with people who
Yeah.
think similar to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an
Us.
individual thing. Even if you come individually, you'll
You'll
will
find
live-
someone and you will.
yeah, you
Yeah.
will live with a group.
With friends, yeah.
Because it was actually hard to find people that also like watched anime and
Yeah.
like did cosplay, but in Italy it's just a normal thing, you know,
Yeah,
because
that's true.
anime are just like the mainstream from like many years ago.
Because we got to watch them on Italia Uno back in
Back in the days.
back in the
That's,
days.
that's another difference with the coastal region
Oh, yeah.
and maybe Steierska region.
Mm,
You watched, what was it?
Italia Uno.
Italia Uno. We watched Super RTL.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that-
But
Yes,
RTL
that's
2 and
Mm.
what was it?
there was some anime on there as well, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, the language was
The
different.
language.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I wanted
Deutsch.
to. I
Neither
wanted
neither
to
English,
learn.
neither Slovene.
I wanted
So
to learn.
you watched Pokemon in Italian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everything.
everything.
I mean,
The-
Italians, even the openings of the
Yeah.
anime, they just cancel the Japanese version.
like-
They make their own music, their own singer, and they're
Yeah.
actually Italian singers that only sang for like anime openings,
Yeah.
and they have like albums made of just anime openings.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so but it's
Wow.
like I wanna be the very best, or is it just another song?
Oh, I don't remember that
Just
one.
another
No,
song.
it's
It was
another
different.
song.
Another
Yeah.
song completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same for
wow.
Sailor Moon.
But even the melody, so because
Yeah.
I watched Mermaid Melody, the like mermaids that were singing, and like in the episode there were also some songs, and the Italians also just canceled the Japanese version, the melody, the instruments, everything, and they
Yeah.
just made their own music.
Two of the most known are Giorgio Vanni and Cristina D'Avena.
Yeah.
And Cristina D'Avena was, I don't know, last year?
In Koper, yeah.
In Koper,
Not
and
last year, but 2022
Yeah, yeah.
for the Christmas edition and
Yes.
like lights opening or stuff in Koper.
And it was
Mhm.
packed, and
Yeah.
it was at that time she even made a new album, and she collaborated with known Italian singers, rappers. Like she did the anime opening with mainstream singers,
Yeah.
and it was like I don't know. I didn't see something like that.
Half of Trieste
Yeah.
was in
Yes.
Koper at that time. So.
Because you couldn't find a parking spot like
Anyway.
even in the I don't know Bertocchi there. A kilometer away from Koper. It was like packed.
Wow.
Yeah, she's famous.
How come did you stopped helping with the cosplay competitions in that beginning years?
For me, that the third year was very stressful because of the weather and all the organization, and it was a bit too much. I had university things to take care of, exams and everything. So I was like, no. It was fun for 3 years. I did my best. I learned many things, and I was like, it's enough. I need to take care of my studies. And with the next year, I just came as a cosplayer, not as a guest, as a visitor.
Just a normal visitor.
The normal
a part
visitor.
of the.
No, nothing. I even joined the competition the next few years
Yeah.
only because the judges were different. We weren't the people that knew me, so it was okay. Like knew me in the
As
in
a-
the
as
group
an-
as
In
the,
the
as
community,
the
yeah.
organizer, because it was like a bit iffy if the organizer would judge me, because like
We
were a
used
bit
to
too close,
organize
and I
together.
was like, but they were like Dan and Eva from Marcon, and maybe some Italian cosplayers, so I was like, okay. I didn't
It
want
was
to
more
make
objective.
drama.
Yeah,
it
a
was
bit more
yeah,
objective.
like this. After I did the Jana cosplay, when I first competed on anime and I won. So I was like, okay, at least the judges are different, so nobody can say that they knew me because I
There
helped
were
organize.
there was no favoritism.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
But at the end, everybody knows each other in Slovenia.
Yeah,
so
it's hard not
Yeah.
to.
I was about to interject with that, with Marco on judging, but yeah, it was always kind of hard to judge people that you know, but the thing is we know everyone, so.
yeah.
That's what I'm facing every time.
Yeah.
We do what we can.
If you actually organize an event, it's really hard to have like a big hobby besides that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's also why I stopped drawing, because it's just so time consuming that you just can't handle two hobbies, and the same goes for cosplaying, you know.
You cannot do everything at once.
I wanted to say from the perspective of, for example, Marcon, because I also was always involved with the organization team, but I was never part of it. I never like organized anything, because I knew that if I would do that, I wouldn't have time to do other things, do lectures or a really good cosplay or anything. So I preferred to just stand on the sidelines and be used as the lecturer, judge. Yeah, it was usually both every year, and it was fun because I got to, have a little presentation on something. And then also sit in the first row and judge people. It was a nice experience, and I was always amazed by the level of quality that just kept increasing every year. It was intense.
That's Makon.
Yeah, Marco, yeah.
Okay. Now at Mofukon?
No,
You're
I'm
no-
not a judge yet anymore, no. And
Okay.
I would prefer to just
Be a visitor.
Yeah, just be a visitor from now on. So yeah.
Last year at UMIKO we had a judge from Croatia and one from Italy, and they both said that actually our cosplayers are really good.
Yeah.
That's
That-
very nice to
Mhm.
hear.
Yeah.
I remember one year when I went to compete at anime that Jan came, Lauren Wolf J, and I saw him and I was like, yeah, okay. Second or third place is mine. I know the first place will be his, so yeah, it's okay.
No, it's really nice to see the development of cosplayers in Slovenia. I think we take, I mean, I wouldn't say for me, because right now I'm just like doing very simple costumes, but I think people here really take cosplay as a serious hobby, and they put a lot of effort and care into it, which, looking back on 2007 when we were running around Koper with Naruto headbands and nothing else,
Yeah.
it's a long leap. Like it's really cool to
It's
see
really,
that.
it's really interesting to see how we started and what we had
Yeah.
and with what we struggled, and now the new cosplayers for us new
Young.
they have young
The young generation.
The new generation.
yes, and they have other struggles like us. You said that they take the hobby very seriously. I would even say maybe a bit too seriously.
It's
Or
like
at
a
least I see-
competition and like
Yeah,
Instagram
they more take
following.
it like
and-
like this, like an influencer approach. It's not like I will do it because I like it and I want to do it for my sake. They're doing it, but they're trying to incorporate Instagram and followers and algorithms and everything in it. And I'm kind of happy that we didn't have that when we started, because it was a bit more chill.
It was a
wasn't-
simpler
was-
beginning.
Today you see on Instagram all the good cosplayers and you're like, maybe damn, I'm not good enough like them, and
Yeah.
we're like happy with our cardboard and what we have,
Hot glue.
hot glue, and we're like, yeah, this cosplay is the shit, I made the best thing
Yeah.
ever. And it was like,
It was about the feeling.
yes.
Yeah.
If you compare the community that is physically at a convention or just hanging out, or just a community that's online, the online community is so much bigger, and you have so much more comparison than we
Yeah.
did, or you did even
Yeah.
before my time.
Yeah, because before we didn't post our cosplay pictures on Instagram
Yeah.
and saw likes and dislikes and mean comments. We just posted it on Facebook for our friends to see.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Well, but still on TikTok there are some videos from the UMIKO from last year, and there is like a short interview with some cosplayers, and the comments are just like so hateful.
Really?
Yeah, and
Why?
it's like TikTok that's like the new generation that's
Mhm.
like really open to everything, but the comments are like really hateful.
In
Yeah.
what area? Just UMIKO in general, or
For cosplayers.
Yeah.
Because I know that was the guy that was cosplaying a girl, so like cross
Mhm.
play,
Cosplay.
and they just didn't like it, or like
Yeah.
that it's just stupid to like to wear a costume if it's not like carnival or
Mhm.
something.
Mhm.
But it's
so
really
it was
strange
not
because it's
a
like TikTok.
cosplay community. It was random.
Outsiders.
No, I
outside-
think it was
That's the
also-
difference between
Yeah.
like community based
Mhm.
and like coming to conventions
Yeah.
and then having this presented to an outsider who
Yeah.
is not in it, to a
Normie,
normie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get it. If
They
they would
don't.
got it, they would come to the convention.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself online, of course everybody else is gonna see you too,
Yeah.
and they're gonna feel entitled to give their 5 cents to you.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
they're
think just the
anonymous.
best thing to do is either to delete the comment or just say thank you for giving me more views.
Yeah. Yeah, for us, whichever videos we posted online on YouTube specifically, because we never really posted anything on TikTok because
Mhm.
it is a very different platform.
Mhm.
We just usually either ignored or deleted the negative comments because a lot of it is just people fishing for attention and
Yeah.
trying to bring you down because of whatever
Because they
reason.
hate themselves basically.
Yeah.
If
basically.
you like yourself, if you love yourself, there's no
Yeah.
hate to go around
Yeah.
to others.
Plus, no one really understands cosplay if you're not like if you don't experience it the way that we do, because
Mhm.
it's hard to explain to someone like how. Whenever you talk to a coworker or something, and they're like, "What do you do?" and you're trying to explain what
Mm.
cosplay is to them. They are
It's
not
really
really
hard.
gonna
Yeah.
understand it.
Mhm.
And I think that we all struggle with that
Yeah.
whenever we started or like even now. So.
You always have to approach tactically. Like, what's your favorite movie or show? Have you ever thought of you being that person?
Mhm.
Well, that's what we do.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But
Like-
they all,
You have to put them in your position.
Yeah.
My
mentally.
coworkers don't even know what anime is or like mangas and Japan and all. It's just like, oh, so you like Chinese food? Well, no, it's hard to explain
Yeah,
because
Mhm.
they just can't even imagine that you would actually like cosplay and like try to be a character from like a cartoon, you know. So
Yeah, I try to explain it like, okay, we have the carnival, and usually we are, I don't know, a witch, a pirate, I don't know, a firefighter or something,
Cowboy.
cowboy, yeah.
Yeah.
Very specific, very
Generic.
general.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
More
for
specific.
cosplay, I say we're not a pirate, we're Jack Sparrow,
Yeah.
if you choose that character. We're not a witch, we're, I don't know, Hermione.
Mhm.
What I wanted to say too was that in our times, in ancient times,
Back
no,
nowadays.
back nowadays, yes. Like I said, we have really limited materials to work for cosplay. It was really like what we found in our house, and
Yeah.
we could mold or like use paint. I don't know, modified like the clothes. Usually were modified because today you can buy cosplays wherever you want. You have established website. There were some cosplays you could buy, but it was harder to
Yeah.
get them,
Mhm.
and so you really needed to modify it or make them from scratch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this for me is the best part, but I understand for today's cosplayers, it's really nice that you can buy a cosplay. So maybe one convention you go with your self-made cosplay, big armor, whatever you do, and then for the next convention, maybe you can bring your bot cosplay, maybe a bit of more of a chill experience of the
Mhm.
convention. So
Yeah, so you're not running around in an armor all the
yeah,
time.
all the time,
Yeah.
or you always need to make a new cosplay because it's like maybe again back we did one cosplay and we like had it for 1 year, so we literally with one cosplay we did all the convention we
Mhm.
wanted to see.
Yeah.
And now it's more like a pressure to on every convention you need a new cosplay.
Yeah.
So it's really like a bit easier if you can buy one, so you can.
Exchange.
That's how I was introduced to cosplay. It was my understanding that it's a normal thing that you always make a new cosplay when you go to a new convention or different convention or the next year convention, because that's how people around me did it. And then I was really surprised when Clarux told somebody that she is cosplaying Mimikyu, which was like 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, you can take it like that, that you are this sort of persona cosplayer, like you are always this and this. So mind shifts changed a lot.
I think it also has to do something with the fact that back in the days, we only really had one cosplay event that we went to that was in Slovenia, not like in Italy or Germany and stuff like that. So obviously, if it's like one event per year, you're gonna be like, I can do another.
I have enough time to
make a
one for
new
next
costume. Yeah. So I think it all stems from that. Now that we have more events, obviously, I think it's fine if you reuse your cosplays. It's not, the end of the world, obviously.
No, it never was.
Yeah. If you like a character, if you really like a character, why wouldn't you?
I don't even know how many versions of Naruto 6 ninjutsu I made. So yeah, and I want to do more of them because it's really fun.
We should do the actual, just like
the legit crossplay. Yeah.
With the original team from years back ago.
Oh,
the original.
that would be Maybe
Yes.
maybe we can bring Hinata in. We can try.
Yeah.
Well, last year at UMIKO we had a judge from Italy and he only cosplays Jack Sparrow. Like
Oh yeah,
always.
that's,
Yeah.
And his whole Instagram is only about that, and he's like a cosplay competition presenter and like judge for a lot of conventions, and he only does one cosplay.
Jack Sparrow, but I saw I don't know, Johnny Depp casual, or now he's doing Willy Wonka and like Johnny Depp characters.
Yeah.
But most he's really known for being Jack Sparrow.
I think in Italy in general they reuse cosplays a lot more than at least for us.
Because they have just too many conventions.
Yeah.
It's just
Makes sense.
I mean, it takes a big load out of anybody's shoulders.
Yeah.
Like just knowing that you can always reuse your cosplays. Like this is not a Victoria's Secret runway or whatever. You can wear whatever the hell you want, and if you want to be that character, you can be that character how many times you want.
I mean,
do whatever you want.
The build that you made, of course, show it.
Yeah.
Or just being the character. Like if you like the character, why would you choose a different character if you want to be that character?
Yeah. I mean, I did the same cosplay at Namena twice in a row because I was like, I mean, I'm gonna be at the stand with the rest of the Hello Boss crew, so I might as well.
What can somebody like me that have never gone to UMIKO before expect to see and experience?
Just an enjoyable experience with lots of people, lots of cosplayers, maybe a bit more international because we have many Italian guests. We have a bit more lectures this year. I think that the number of the artists is also a bit bigger. We have many shops. The cosplay competition will be held. Then the K-pop and anime quiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna win this year.
And a lot of things on the stage. We have a couple of K-pop performances. We are talking with an Italian K-pop group and sushi.
Sushi
again.
Bubble tea too.
Bubble tea?
Yes.
But
We are actually having a cosplay after party.
Oh.
Yeah. So when the convention finishes, we go on in CMK Koper. It's like a center for like youth center or something, and we will have like a DJ, and there will be anime openings, also Italian openings.
About the cosplay competition, when I saw that it's like handmade and bought, I was like, how can you judge the bought one because it's not made by you, but then,
Well,
but
how much discount did you get? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, something like that.
The good
no,
deals.
no, but then I
Better the
saw
deal.
that for the both one is like 20% costume and 80 performance, and I was like good because I really miss the Italians kinda always do they have the cosplay and they have the performance,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy it because it's not, I don't know, a bit maybe here in Slovenia at the beginning there was only, I don't know, just the cosplay part, not the performance, and I was like, but
You're
if it is
missing that.
yeah,
Mm.
you show your character and show me what he does. You can do just a few moves, but do something. Not just go on the stage and be like that. Yeah, that's my costume, and
You don't even have to practice,
Yeah.
as you've seen. With
you
me.
usually you just go there, you improvise.
Trust me, you don't need to practice. I have won competitions with 5 minutes of practice time beforehand.
I have one competition with 0 practice.
I was going to say that as someone that started cosplaying with a 30-minute performance on stage in front of a bunch of gamers, which was an interesting experience on itself. Basically, cosplay for me was always. As someone that came out of performing in front of for 30 minutes in front of gamers, I always thought that cosplay should be part costume and part like
Play.
acting as a character, whether that is by singing, dancing, having, I don't know, stand-up comedy, whichever it is. Just do one thing on stage and it's gonna bring your cosplay
The next level.
I remember that one time that you cosplay Edward from
from Naru
My
and
Last
Sasu.
Miss, and I was like, and you said it, go ahead and cosplay me, and I was like, I don't know, I don't have her mechanic costume, and I was like, okay, here is a casual one, let's go, and then I even helped you with your performance, like, you were like, okay, I need to go to stage, and you will run on the stage, and I was like, what do I need to do? And I was like, and you need to tell me that I need to drink milk, and I was like, oh,
Right.
okay, let's go, let's do it. Who cares? It's so
Perfect.
chaotic.
I forgot about that. I literally
I
forgot.
forgot we have pictures of
I mean,
it.
I know we have pictures. I forgot that we were on stage together.
Yes, we were
I
on
think
stage
I erased
together.
it from my memory.
Yeah, it was yeah.
It was cringe. Let's
Yeah,
just
it was,
never think about it ever again.
Yeah,
It's fine.
the first performance were all cringe, but we had fun. It
We had
was,
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So basically, I think
The
that's
most important thing, have fun.
Have fun.
Yes,
If you have
Exactly.
fun, I mean, you already know the character, so maybe
Exactly.
that's why you don't need so much practice.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you've seen, I mean,
Embodied,
if you
yeah.
cosplay someone, you must love that character.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you have this natural memorization
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah. Exactly.
You were
Action
actually
body.
practicing during the whole convention, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
have the
yeah.
Yes.
competition.
Yeah, I wasn't even acting. I was just being mad at people for coming short. As Edward.
True.
Yeah. No, but in general, like I think that as you said, having fun is the biggest. And honestly, don't be afraid of making a fool out of yourself on stage. I think making people laugh, even if it is you that they're laughing at, just you're in cosplay. It's not that serious.
No.
They're
Yeah.
laughing with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And even if you're like, I don't know, if you're before you go on stage or on stage, if you fall or something from the costume, don't worry, just improvise, just act like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's okay. Everyone can do an error, can fall.
Yeah,
can,
it's natural.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
like
human.
yeah. It's not like we
Exactly.
need to be perfect at every step of the way of the competition of the convention. It's even maybe less stressful because you did the pre-judging, so the cosplay was good, was in a whole piece
Yeah.
at the beginning of the convention. So if something breaks or falls apart, it's not such a big deal when you go
Yeah.
on the stage because the costume part was judged.
Already judged.
Already
Yeah.
judged, so now it's just the performance part.
Mhm.
So if something is missing, it's not
Yeah.
such a big deal.
That's
Well-
a big thing that helps me.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you girls so much
Thank
for
you,
coming.
thank you.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was an interesting experience.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
On Instagram, Naru Lavi, my cosplay name. Okay, I have a Facebook page too, so Naru Lavi, both.
Yeah, she has everything. I have nothing. I mean, I guess the easiest way to contact me would be on my Instagram, even though I don't really post much. But it's akai_yami. It's very, very nerdy of me, but yeah, that's my Instagram. So yeah.
You can find me at UMIKO next week.
So yeah, that's it for today's episode, and see you at UMIKO.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, where were we?
Kaj govorim angleščini?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck.